Hey, I'm your friendly neighborhood Z-Man, and welcome to day one of 31 Days of Noy'Z. What the heck is that, right? Well, a good friend of mine, Erica Gilchrist, best friend in the world, she had this quote one time at one of her Women Thriving Fearlessly events, and it went something like, graveyards are the richest places on earth. And what that means is that people have died without ever having told their stories, told any stories at all, movies, songs, inventions, ideas that could help move society along in a better way or whatever. And maybe some of those ideas were bad, like maybe somebody came up with the idea of that could blow up the entire earth with just a drop of water and then we're all gone, you know. Maybe that's a good thing that that guy didn't do it or whoever. But the point is that for various reasons, these ideas were taken to the grave with these people, be it fear, lack of money, lack of support, just plain old being ornery, whatever. They're gone though. These ideas are gone. And I'm saying that because at the end of the month is my birthday, October 31st, Halloween. It's my birthday. I will be 50 years old. And now I'm not saying I'm getting ready to die or anything, but I don't know that either, right? So you don't know what's gonna come from one day to the next. And I have an unbelievable amount of creative content that I've created my entire life. Long time ago, my cousin Tito and I, our grandmother bought us a Tascam Porta Studio, which is basically just this little crappy 4-track recorder that used a cassette to record. But this was our foray into multi-track recording, right? And it just blew us away with all the stuff that we could create and actually hear it back. Well, we've never stopped really doing that, right? The thing with me though is I've spent an awful lot of time creating other people's content. Now, that doesn't mean I wasn't creating my own content as well, but in these relationships with other entities, whether they were other filmmakers, other bands, other independent artists, whoever they were at the time, I spent a lot of time focusing on what I was creating for them and not necessarily on my own creations. Even though I was creating stuff at the time, I didn't push it out the way I pushed theirs. I didn't promote it. I didn't do a whole lot with it at all. And basically, I just have all these recordings that are just on my computer that nobody else has ever heard before. Maybe some people have heard it, but for the most part, no one's ever heard. I don't want to take that to the grave with me personally. And I just feel like it's stuff that, well, you know, I think it's cool. Maybe somebody else might think it's cool too. This is almost like one of those things where, you know, I was just nominated by such and such to tell them my top 10 albums, one every day for the next 10 days, blah, blah, blah. I hate when people do that personally. Please don't nominate me. I don't want to do it. But I'm nominating myself now to put out my own content because it's time. So over the next 31 days, there's gonna be one song per day for 31 days, which says a lot. I have 31 songs of just one particular genre. Metal, that's what's gonna be in this 31 Days of Noy'Z thing. But I have songs in film soundtracks, blues, new age. I have so much content that no one has ever heard. But I'm choosing to fill up this 31 with metal stuff, which is why it's called 31 Days of Noy'Z. I think I said that already. But so the other cool thing is at the end of the month on Halloween, I plan on having a new recording of a cover tune. And I'm not gonna tell you who it is that I'm covering or any of that stuff, but there's a cover tune that I'm gonna release that I've created myself, that hopefully, if things don't get too crazy, I'll be able to record during this month and actually shoot a real music video for it. For these songs that we're gonna have on the 31 Days of Noy'Z up until that point, they'll all just be cool little animations and stuff, just to have something else to do while you're listening to the song. All of this music that you're gonna hear is stuff that I wrote myself. I'm performing all of the instruments, and the majority of them, I'm actually playing real drums with their V-drums, the Roland V-drums, which is an electronic kit, but I'm actually physically playing the drums. But on some of them, I recorded drum tracks into a sequencer. I will let you know which ones those are. This first song, all me, all natural, this one's called Slave. This song was written and recorded in about 2007, give or take. I was still working for the trucking company before I went back to the mill. So this is the first song from 31 Days of Noy'Z. Here you go, Slave. Enjoy it or not. This is your friendly neighborhood Z-Man, Slave.